The Bucks finally made it official today. O.J. Mayo will be a member of the Milwaukee Bucks, agreeing to a 3-year, $24 million deal. The Bucks agreed to terms with the now former free agent last week. Mayo averaged over 15 points a game with the Mavericks this past season. The Brewers have had a tough time this season against the Diamondbacks. 5 games, 5 losses against Arizona entering this evening. Milwaukee looking to change that tonight. Kyle Osh on the mound. He hasn't lost a game since May 30th. And 3 up and 3 down in the first, striking out Paul Goldschmidt to end the inning. And then in the second, the pitcher doing well on offense as well. A single to center field brings home Logan Schaefer. At last check, the Brewers currently with a 1-0 lead over Arizona. I guess a balloon ride is one way to catch a baseball game. Loggers and Woodchucks at Athletic Park. Bottom of the 4th, Garrett Rucker hits a blast out of the park. A solo homer cuts the Loggers' lead in half. Then in the top of the 6th inning, Loggers at the corners, and Johnny Bakakis gets a crack of the bat. Ball drops in shallow center, and Rucker makes a sliding catch, but that allows Mike Nadrzejowski to come home. However, drama happens again in the late innings, and it's the Woodchucks this time with the 4-3 come-from-behind win. Rafters and Express at Carson Park in Eau Claire. This would be a one-sided affair. Top 5, Rapids with 2 on for Court Brinson. He delivers with the RBI single. That cuts the Express lead down to 1. Then in the bottom of the 6th, Eau Claire looks to get that run back. Runners at the corners for Blake Schmidt. He comes through again. It's 3-1 Express. They go on to win 9-1. 1 week after Major League Baseball's All-Star Game, a different set of elite players will take the field in Eau Claire. The Northwoods League All-Star Game will pit North against South on July 23rd, and we now know who from our area will be making the trip to Carson Park. Matt Teller and Jackson Lowry will represent the Woodchucks in the South Division. Teller has played in 41 games this season, leading the team in at-bats. The first baseman has made 25 runs this year, which is second behind Tyler Steeb. Meanwhile, Lowry has one of the lowest ERAs on the squad with a 1.44 through 25 innings pitched this season. Let's take a look at the Rafters All-Stars now, and they'll send 5 to Eau Claire, which ties the Madison Mallards for the most selections from one team in the South Division. Catcher Jackson Slade and outfielder Donnie DeWeese each have 9 homers. Both lead the division in that category. Jonathan Maroney is also an All-Star, along with right-handed pitcher John Kravitz, who retired 14 straight batters last night. And a pointer will be represented in the All-Star game as well, J.P. Fireeisen, who has 9 saves this season. Wausau's under-18 squad entered day number 3 of the ASA Class B state tournament, looking to stay alive in the competition. There's plenty of offense in this one as Wausau took on the Milton Wildcats. Bottom 2nd, Wildcats down by a run. Lindsey Jones puts it through the middle, and rounding third to come home was Hannah Sims. Game tied at 3. Milton eventually takes a 4-run lead in the 3rd. Next frame, Sam Lash sends it deep to center field. That's an RBI triple as Kim Seif, the Newman product, comes home to get her team within 3 runs, and Wausau would add 1 more, but the intensity falling short, losing 7-5, ending their run in the tournament. Earlier in this newscast, we saw a glimpse of the Open Canoe Nationals. Hundreds of paddlers taking the course in downtown Wausau are trying to beat the clock. And a beautiful day for racing as the competition entered its 2nd day. One of the racers was 15-year-old Cody Ahats. Him and his younger sister Erin are competing from Wausau. Cody has entered in 4 different races, which means he has to take the course 8 times over 3 days. Today he competed in the Open Citizens Race and the Youth Senior Competition. And Ahats says this afternoon's runs were the best he's had this weekend.
It was really fast, I know that for sure, and it was just a lot cleaner and smoother and all. It's just great to see older people getting the younger ones out, as that's just going to keep driving this sport. I think the toughest part is just most of the time on races you want to go as fast as you can, but with how tight this course is, you have to slow it down. Otherwise you'll get sloppy and the penalties will rack up.
By the way, Ahats finished 2nd in both competitions he raced in today. Congrats to him. Finally, how about some soccer? United States taking on Cuba in CONCACAF Gold Cup action. 37th minute, Jose Alfonso fires a bullet past the goalkeeper, Nick Ramado. Cubans have their first lead against the U.S. in 8 years. Then towards the end of the first, Edgar Castillo taken down in the box by a Cuban defender. So penalty kick for the United States. Landon Donovan taking it. It's his 53rd career goal. It ties the game up at 1. And then in the 57th minute, Joe Corona scores his first international goal with a brilliant strike. Americans go on to win 4-1. They're through to the Gold Cup quarterfinals. And that's it for sports.
All right, thanks, David. And